Welcome back. With me right now is a very special young lady that I've known for quite a long time, and her family is friends with our families, and it's great to have Aubrey Mills on today. Aubrey, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And the reason you're here today, among other things, but is you've been dealing with juvenile arthritis since you were, what, about 8?
Yes, I was diagnosed when I was 8.
And as hard that has been on you, you have turned that around to some very, very positive things.
Yes.
And one of the things that we're mainly here to talk about today is the Walk to Cure arthritis that you've been involved with in your family for quite some time.
Yes. So I'm the youth honoree this year, and the Walk to Cure Arthritis is basically to raise money for the Arthritis Foundation, and they do a lot of great things. Their main priority is to fund research to hopefully find a cure someday.
And I've noticed, I've been on their website, that you are one of the top ones here in the area, right?
Yes.
And your team is called Aubrey's Animals.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about that, a little bit more about that in just a minute and how you can get involved. But, you were, again, diagnosed, you're 18 now, so about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. What was that like? I mean, 8 years old, it's hard to get arthritis at any age, but at that age, when you were at a point, you're running around school, you want to get involved in maybe sports and things like that, that had to have been, for you and your family, just really tough at the time. Now, did you know what it was at first?
No, we didn't. It came to a shock to us as well, because at first my parents thought it was just growing pains, but so it was, my leg was hurting, and I would tell my parents, and then, so first we went to the pediatrician, and then we went to the orthopedic surgeon, and then we got referred to the pediatric rheumatologist, and our family was ignorant at first too, because we didn't know that kids could get arthritis, so it was definitely a shock, and we had no idea. Yeah,
it's not something I think you think of first.
Yes.
And
definitely not.
Now, I know I think we have a photo of you here. I think you're probably about 8 or 9, but you're in a cast.
Yes.
And did they have to do that? Did they have to reset your knee at one point?
Yeah, so the big problem was that there was so much inflammation that it was hard for my knees to bend and straighten. So the big problem was straightening. So they had to kind of forcibly straighten my leg, because now, which is still causing me problems today, because I can't really straighten my knee very much. So then when I walk, I would be walking on my toes, which causes problems with damage to my leg and hurts my toes as well. So the point was to try to fix it so that it didn't stay so contracted all my life.
So when did you start getting involved with the Juvenile Arthritis Foundation?
So I got involved with the Arthritis Foundation a few years after my diagnosis, as soon as we heard about it. So the first thing I did was I went to the Painted Turtle camp, and that's kind of how we found out about it.
And you brought something here. Well,
so at the Painted Turtle, they give everybody a turtle pillow to take home as a souvenir. And so I have a bunch of these in my room because I've been about 15 times since. And so then at my Gold Award event, we stuffed 150 turtle pillows to be donated.
Now tell me about the Painted Turtle Camp. I went online and I did look at it, but tell me about it.
Yeah, so it's my favorite place in the world. It's really amazing. I went for the first time a couple years after my diagnosis. I believe I was 10 when we went to our first family camp. And so they do a lot of great things. They offer it free of charge to all families, and then they host an arthritis week for kids to go during the summer for a week by themselves, and then for a family camp, they do 2 family camps a year. And there's all kinds of activities, like a high ropes course, they have horseback riding, canoeing, pretty much any activity you can imagine. But my favorite part is just meeting other kids who have arthritis that understand and can relate to you.
Where's this at?
It's at Lake Hughes, so kind of near, a little past Magic Mountain.
Okay, so not too far away.
Yeah, not too far.
And I've been on their website, like I said, and they really help kids that have all kinds of different diseases.
Yeah, they host different weeks throughout the year, and so they do things like skeletal dysplasia, a lot of different things.
Now, one of the things that you've gotten involved in, besides Girl Scouts, and she's also a Gold Award honoree for Girl Scouts, and also the Don Heffley Award.
Yes.
What's that about?
So after my Gold Award, I was nominated to win the Don Heffley Award, and it's basically about leadership, service, and academics. So, and then once I won, they flew us out to the National JA Conference in Washington, D.C. So, and then I got to win it at a special awards ceremony at the conference. And so it was all about community service and giving back to the Arthritis Foundation.
So in a way, you've become an advocate for this as well.
Yes, I love to spread the word because people don't think of arthritis as something that kids can get. So I like to spread the word that kids get arthritis too, and it's not something that just people have to deal with later in their life.
And another thing that you've been involved with quite a while is the Future Farmers of America and 4-H.
Yes.
We got some photos here of your pig here, but I remember coming to your house, and when I would drop my daughter off, you had rabbits in the yard.
Yes.
You had chickens, which of course I don't know if your neighbors appreciated the chickens after a while, but this is something you have a passion for as well.
I love animals, so these are two really great programs to be involved with. So for the past 3 years, I've raised a pig, and then I take care of it every day, and I would feed it, wash it, exercise her, and then we took them to the fair, the OC Fair, to show the pigs.
Was that hard for you to get rid of it? Because this is, like we were talking before, this is livestock. And,
yes.
I remember when you were doing this, because at one time we were thinking of maybe getting parts of the pig for ourselves. I'll put it that way. But this is something you get attached to, but knowing full well that this is going to go to market.
Yes, so it was definitely hard, but I just try to remember that we give it a really good life at the farm, and they're treated very well, and it's just part of agriculture.
Yeah, and we want to say that the farms at Mission Viejo High School,
yes.
which is just a wonderful program. I mean, I think it's pretty unique here in Orange County.
Yes, it takes up a lot of my time, but I really enjoy it, and it's great to be very involved with it.
Do you have any at home still? Any chickens or rabbits?
Now the chickens are at the farm, so I'm at the farm a lot to take care of all the different animals. So not really at the house right now.
All right, I think we got eggs from you guys, didn't we? Let's see, her mom's sitting over there. I think we did, yeah. But I remember the rabbits and the chickens for sure. And everybody, I remember one day we came over and all the kids were around the rabbits and all. Now, we want to tell folks about a couple of events that are coming up. The first one is that you are having a bingo night, and this is going to be Saturday, February 23rd.
Yes.
And this is to, again, help raise funds. It's at the Shepherd of the Hills United Methodist Church in Mission Viejo.
Yes. So this is going to be our biggest fundraiser of the year. Our goal is to raise $10,000 in all for the Walk to Cure Arthritis. So we're trying to get all our family and friends and family of friends and just anyone we can get to come to this event. And it's going to be a great family fun day. There'll be bingo. There will also be dinner for purchase and all kinds of activities for kids. And it's just going to be a really fun night to raise awareness and raise money.
Well, I think we'll be there.
Great, I'm so excited.
I think that would be, Becca's hooked on bingo after doing it at school last week.
Now, have a great time.
Another big event is the Walk to Cure Arthritis, and this one is going to be at Angel Stadium on May 18th.
Yes, so I'm the youth honoree, so I'm going to be giving a speech there, and then this event is to raise awareness and raise funds. You get to walk right on the field, which is a great experience, and it's just a lot of fun to learn about arthritis. I gather my family and friends, and then we all rally together at the stadium, and it's just the signature event for the Arthritis Foundation every year. We
got a photo of your family. Was this last year?
Yes, that was last year. So we all dressed up as animals, since my team is Aubrey's Animals.
Can the whole team go on the field?
Yes, the whole team goes on the field. Part of it is actually walking around the track.
That'll be a lot of fun. Now, if you're interested in this, the best way to find it is Walk to Cure Arthritis, Orange County. That's how, because otherwise you get to the national one. And then if you go down the page, you'll see Aubrey's Animals. That's your team. And if you want to do this, click on there, and then from there, you would donate through her particular site.
Yes, and it's free to participate in the walk. So.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes, and then we encourage donations.
Yeah, I encourage you, everyone to do that, and that'll be fun. I want to do that.
Yes, I hope you guys can make it.
That'll be a lot of fun. Well, I think it's wonderful. You're a great example of somebody who is had a bit of a hard time, and yet you've turned it around to make something very positive, to help people, and to get the word out and become an advocate. And not just the arthritis part. I mean, the fact that you're helping a camp out with the painted turtles, you do the farm raising and things like that. And I know that the whole family is musical because you play piano, right?
Yeah, I played that when I was younger, not really anymore.
All right, but they are. Their whole family is. But I mean, you've just kept going and as best you can and gotten involved with everything you can.
Yes,
so
thank you. I try to not let it stop me.
And you don't. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much.
And we'll get the word out as we get closer to these events as well.
Great.
And good to see you again.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll be right back.